Rondebosch second 15, we saw the third teams just concluded with Bishops running out 22 points to 0 victors. And now we see Rondebosch taking to the field in the build-up to the first sides, which kick off at 12:45, if I've got my times, 12:15, if I've got my times correct. But nonetheless, there we see the starting lineup, or the run on 15 for the Bishops' second side. The front row will be made up of Jermaine Lwandle, Ronan Dutton, and Luca Brogian. And then the lock pairing is Torben Berg and Dylan Redding. And then the loose trio is Sean Craig, William Ross, and Abel Makwena. While the backline will be made up of Ollie Nicklin and Jack Ryan. That's the 9-10 combination. The wingers, Simvo Jotsto, I hope I got that pronunciation right, and Sharik Davids. While the center combination is Storm Lanfear and Connor Todd. And then the 15 is Mickey Richardson. So the team is coached by Luke Jacobs, a fantastic rugby player himself. And then the Rondebosch second 15, here we see them, Cameron de Kock, Finley Shellhorn, and Mickey Clementi. While the lock pairing is Mark Mansveld and Richard Oliver. And the loose trio, Liam Clovo, Rourke Fisher, and Alex Lorimer. And then the back line is, the 9-10 combination is Chris Swanevelde and Maz Orgavanyi. And then 11 and 14 is Michael Wright-Jubé, Sunday Mukazi, center pairing Albertus van der Merwe and Michael Stronach, while Brandon Jones makes up the number 15 jersey. And James Janssen van Rensburg, I think it is the coach of this Rondebosch second 15. So I suspect it's getting a little bit drier here now, Nick, and we're in for a massive running rugby affair between these two sides.
We are, and this guy that's kicking off is one of their star players. Knocking on the door for the first team is Max Sniper Orgavani. He's also the captain, and we probably see some big things from him today as he gives the kick-off. And it's the Bishops boys who pick it up in Ding Redding. Does well. Straight to Jack Ryan. Jack O'Ryan deep into the half. Brandon Jones does wonderfully well. Beats 3 defenders. And the intensity is brilliant at the moment. Sniper Orgavani with a big pass out left. Bishops digging in like demented moles, trying to win that ball back. Rondebosch, Ollie Nicklin deciding to go the same side. Sorry, Swanefelder deciding to go the same side. And Bosch not getting much go forward at the moment. Swanefelder going left, but picked up wonderfully from Bishops. Good work. Good work by the Bishops boys. A penalty coming through. It's Jack O'Ryan with a beautiful pass through, but unfortunately, Z Jotlo just getting taken out into the touchline there.
There we see the replay. Fantastic work here. The one-handed over the top pass. But unfortunately, Rondebosch cover defense manages to save them in the corner. Referee coming back for penalty advantage. And the Bishops deciding that they'll go for 3 points nice and early on.
I think a very wise decision there. You know, you want to build that score, put the pressure on your opposition just to make sure that they know that the scoreboard's always ticking over. And the kicker is Ollie Nicklin. He specifically asked us not to confuse him with Jack O'Ryan.
So Jack O'Ryan's about to take the kick, Nick?
Ollie will have a few words after the game with you. Clearly it happens quite often.
First and last, I promise.
What a clean strike from Ollie Nicklin.
A very familiar looking technique he's got there with that left boot of his.
And Bishops into the lead by 3 points, exactly what they would wanted 3 minutes into this game. A sniper, Ogavani. Big kick once again to Z Jotko. And he comes in to try and steal that ball away, but Bosch up to task. Swanefelder decided to go left once again. The clean-outs are good. Swanee actually has to do the clean-out. Brilliant work from the scrummy. Bosch once again taking it up. Advantage coming to Bosch. Max once again decides to go left. The rucking technique from these Bosch boys, unbelievably good. James van Rensburg doing good work with his team. Bosch once again taking it in, and Swanee, same side play, does really well, but a big hit coming in from Torbenberg. Wonderful work again, and Bosch doing really well to hold on to this ball, going through so many phases, not getting much territory advantage, just making sure that they hold on to it. They're looking for something to crack open in this Bishop's defense. Swanee once again, and Oragavani finds a bit of space for his players on the outside. Sunday Makuzi goes in to clean it up. Huge tackle coming in from the Bishops boys. A little bit high, one would think. And it is, and we'll come back for the infringement. But, oh, they held onto that ball. Maybe 10 phases, Morgan. Good work from the Bosch boys.
Yeah, fantastic work from Rondebosch. I think they are going quite laterally across the field. You know, I'd love to see them probe a little bit more forward. But nonetheless, holding on to the ball, building some pressure. And then eventually the penalty coming. And now an opportunity for them to strike inside the half of the Bishops side.
Finlay Shellhorn to throw it in for the Bosch boys. He's got a wonderful scrum cap, does he? Can't miss him on the rugby field.
Scrum cap has to match the boots, Nick.
Of course. It's all the rage these days. Unfortunately, he goes a little bit over the top, but cleaned up well from the Bosch boys. Bishops digging in. Swanefeld with a big long pass out wide, setting up the phases again. But it's Bishops this time. And I'm just trying to find out the player who did exceptional work on the ground there. Good work from Bishops for the turnover. Rondebosch are looking dangerous, ball in hand.
Good luck trying to find any player, Nick. It's no numbers for either side, so you're doing a fantastic job as it is. You'll have to just name them by their hairdos maybe, or the color of their scrum caps and so forth.
And Ali Nicola unfortunately not kicking it out, but they still have, and will come back for a high tackle. And I think somebody might go to the naughty corner for this. It was Sharik Davids, unfortunately. And Sharik's such a talented player. Sniper, Ogavani, the captain, with a big hoof downfield. Sharik Davids. He's got some pace, one of the quickest guys on the pitch here today. Bishop's got space out wide. They give it to Jermaine Lwande. Takes it up strongly for Bishops. Connor Todd does well to recycle that ball. William Roos, the man they called Squillos. Togberg doing well in the midfield. Decides he needs to get it onto the bench, but stolen by Bosch. And it's wonderful work by the Rondebosch. And they've got some space outside, men of plenty. Swaneveld decides he needs to go wide. And Bosch take it on. But it's a bit of a fumble. And it's Sharik Davids. Plenty of speed and plenty of soccer skills. He collects it once again. And Sharik Davids goes from his own half. Wonderful skills on the foot and puts Bishops 5 points ahead.
Wow, Nick, that's going to grab my breath here. But fantastic play from either side, I actually thought. Rondebosch attacked. He's found some space out wide. They fly off with showing some really good distribution skills, getting the ball into the wide channels. And then unfortunately, that final pass again, just not going to hand. And then the kick through from Sharik Davids. And always it was going to have too much pace for the cover defense.
That's right.
There we saw the replay and the celebration to go with it. I'd love to know where these youngsters find their celebrations, Nick.
Well, I tell you, we were definitely discouraged when we were playing to do any celebrations. But it is part of the game as we see Ollie Nicklin with another successful kick, taking it up to 10 points to 0 to Bishops.
I couldn't agree with you more, Nick. I don't think it was encouraged for us to have any celebrations back in my day, but maybe I'm just getting old.
And it's fun. I'm not going to lie to you. I love a good celebration. Old Brady Paulser used to do his flick-flack, and I used to get this warm, fuzzy feeling inside when he did it.
Well, our theory was always we didn't celebrate when we scored tries because we believe we scored so many that it wasn't something to celebrate.
Oh, jeez. How do you know you went to Bishops? How do you know a boy went to Bishops? He tells you.
As he should.
Max Origwani once again. And Z Jotlo. He's very strong. And a strong runner. Back to Jack Orion with a deep kick back into the half of the Bosch boys. Michael Dubé taking it up for the Bosch. Swanee, who's been really good today. Origavani, and a brilliant break from Michael Strano. Great pass from Origavani. Brilliant running from the Bosch boys. Swanee bringing the ball out once again. Sunday Makuze looking for the ball, but just has to go in and clean it up for the boys. Origavani, the sniper, the general, getting his troop moving forward. Swanee decides to go back the same way, but will come back for an infringement from the Bishops boys, and it's Rondebosch on the ascendancy here. They would definitely look to be scoring some points now. You think 3 points is on the cards?
Yeah, without a doubt, at 10 points to 0, I think the three-pointer is the order of the day. But I have to just give mention to this Orgabani. I mean, the only reason he's got the sniper nickname must be because of his pass. He's got a sniping pass. He's finding attackers running on the advantage line, plays on the advantage line, can pass to the left and right. Equally strong, and he has really impressed from a Rondebosch point of view in this opening 12 minutes. Let's see if he can kick as well as he can pass.
Also a brilliant cricketer. Orgawani is a sportsman, brilliant sportsman at Rondebosch, and knocking on the door of the first team. And it's a clean strike. And he splits those uprights. And Rondebosch are right back in this game with 3 points And remember, it is 10 points to 3, guys. 10 points to 3. There we go. 10 points to 3 to Rondebosch. As we head into about halfway into the first half. And it's all to play. Rondebosch have been looking so strong in the passage of the play and just holding on to that ball. But Bishops really know how to turn it on when they need to. Jack O'Ryan with deep raking kick down the center. Jermaine Lawande, they call him the G-Wagon. Puts in a big hit. Bosch just setting up the phases. They are so good at it. Finley Stellenhorn, Shellhorn, they call him Finny. Doing well for Bosch. And it's Orgavani. They decided to run it out wide once again. Beautiful work from the Bosch boys. They really do know how to take it out wide, but unfortunately just one too many passes. And it's Mickey Clementi who's been immense for the Rondebosch boys. He's been absolutely immense. Sander Makuzi.
Must say, Nick, I don't necessarily disagree with Rondebosch there, trying to probe from the deep in their own half. Ball is a little bit drier now, probing up the right-hand side of the touchline. Probably could carry that ball as far as he could kick it, so full value for it. Unfortunately, just that last chicken wing going into touch there, but should that find the winger, they should be in business.
As we see Ronan Datton about to find his line-out jumpers in Sean Craig. They call him Cragman. Squilo's Ruiz takes it up for the Bishops boys. And it's wonderful work from the Rondebosch boys. Bishops unfortunately going off their feet. And they're just having a bit of a dance together again.
Yeah, the usual how's your mom and dad. You know, these youngsters all just so super eager to play rugby and get the game going. A little bit of fisticuffs here and there.
Sniper Ogavani with a very good educated boot. Make sure of his touch. Ogavani definitely a talent to behold here at Rondebosch. Finley Shellhorn will look to find his liner jumpers. And Mark Mansfeld and Richard Oliver. Then he decides to go to the middle. Swanee cleans it up, very untidy. But Swanefelder does excellent work. And Mickey Clementi with a strong carry. Rondebosch finding half gaps aplenty in this Bishop's defense. Orgavani once again with a sniping pass. Oh, and unfortunately bring out the ruler, a forward pass. Unlucky call. The referee in a wonderful position to pick it up. So close.
Yeah, very close call there, but again, you know, Ogavani, who plays so hard on the advantage line, those one or two forward passes will come, but it's the chance you take when you play so flat, you know.
He loves to play flat, and I think that's where they continue getting those half breaks, not giving the defenders enough time to make a decision who to tackle, you know, always only getting arms, getting those half breaks. We'll be Cameron de Kock and Mickey Clementi giving a big shove there from the Rondebosch. Wonderful work from Ollie Nicklin, deciding to go to the open side. Connor Todd passing it out. Ronan Dutton taking it up for the Bishops boys once again. Jacko deciding to go, and giving a wild pass out wide. And Sunday Makuze unfortunately just couldn't hold on to it. And Bishops regain the ball and possession once again. Ollie taking it up to Tugberg. And they just want to settle this down a bit. The kick coming through from Storm Lanfear. Just wanting to get into that Rondebosch half. And we'll come back for a penalty, not rolling away from the Bishops boys. So close for Sunday Makuzi, wasn't it? He was almost away.
Yeah, very, very close. Here we see the replay. A little bit of decoy runners. And then almost manages to get the intercept. And I think he would have been full value for a 5-pointer there, Shady. Managed to get both hands on that ball, is that Sunday Makuzi.
Both these teams showing big intent, and recycling of the ball is really what impresses me here. They do know how to just keep those phases going.
Yeah, I think I must say the opening 20 minutes I've seen some really good stuff from both sides. You know, both sides have given the ball some air, tried to play in the wide channels. Transitioned well between backs and forwards.
And we mustn't forget, this is only Bosch's second game back in over 4 months, and it's been, well, it's Bishop's first game back. So for these boys to come here and just, you know, show the skills that they possess is definitely something to shout about.
Everyone's so hungry for rugby.
Oh, it's good to be back. It's so good to be back. The Chiefs, I think I've seen a few polar bears running around here today. It's so cold. You know, us Eastern Cape boys aren't used to this. As Ogavani finds a good touch finder again, the captain, the sniper, leading his team from the front. Finley Shellhorn, he's also been good in the tight here for Rondebosch today. We'll be looking to set up a good platform now for these dangerous backs. A little bit wayward. We'll come back to the skew line-out. A little bit unfortunate. I think maybe a bit ambitious to go so far back so early. You know, take a few at two. You know, just build up some confidence.
I couldn't agree with you more, Nick. But nonetheless, you got to love the exuberance of youth. Is that what you call it?
Just let it, you know, let it fly. It does put more back into the possession of Bishops with Ollie Nicklin. Ollie Nicklin to Lanfear. Lanfear held up well by Rugby, but they recycle the ball. Jack O'Ryan. Deep kick to Michael Yobe. He's a large man for a left winger. Finley Shellhorn does some good clean-up work. And Bosch showed just how good they are at recycling that ball once again. Big pass out wide. But a knock on and in an offside position. A penalty going the way of Bishops. Jack Ryan will try and get themselves some territory deep into the Rondebosch half. And it's all to play here in this massive derby between probably their greatest rivals. Rondebosch, you're only a few blocks down the road. Ronan Dutton wanting to know what is the call. Goes to Cragman. The Cragman, but turned over by Bosch. Good work there in the scraps. Sunday Makuzi decides now he wants to take it up. But they were playing the man in the air, says the referee. And it'll be Max Olgavani once again to move his troops forward. Philly Sherlawn will be definitely looking to just secure some possession for the Bosch boys. We have that old problem again. Where's the ball? Schoolboy problem.
Schoolboy problems, Nick. Great contest there by Rondebosch, and now it's their line out, so let's see what they can do. Old commentator's curse, unfortunately. Going 2-ball this time, Nick. Probably listened to you, but unfortunately just going skew.
Going skew, and I think it's just closing up the line out a little bit, so the scrum going the way of Bishops. It's a little bit disjointed for the Rondebosch team, that they can't get their line outs going, and I think if they do start doing that more, maybe taking a scrum or a quick tap and go or a big bomb up in the air might be a different option for them.
Yeah, it has been slightly stop-start for them, you know, difficult to build any form of momentum when it's been so stop-start. So hopefully the last couple of minutes of this first half, they can build up some momentum and put some real pressure on this Bishop side.
The Rondebosch boys have a really nice size pack here too. And Camo de Kock, Finley Sherlawn, and the giant man on the field, Mickey Clementi, who's been immense for Bosch so far. We must also say to Sean Craig his birthday today. 18th birthday? 17th birthday for Sean Craig as the scrum goes down and Bishops get the scrum penalty. Again, I think the commentators cursed there, talking at the Rondebosch front row, and they're giving away the penalty.
The scrum time.
Not out from Jack O'Ryan. Sunday Makuzi, the big right winger, running wonderfully well. Not getting much force distance, but is he just so strong in the tackle. Swanefelder once again, big pass, wonderful pass from the sniper. Swanefelder decides to go deep once again, but unfortunately out in the full. I think that was the right idea. Just, you know, turn Bishops, get into the right side of the field and play from there.
Yeah, you know, set up a midfield target, come around the corner. Gabani then steps back into the pocket, puts it onto the boot. So, yeah, 100% agreed. The right play. Unfortunately, execution is letting him down and the ball going directly into touch, which gives now Bishops an opportunity to really hold up an attack in the last couple of minutes of the first half.
And I think this is exactly what Bishops would want now. With only 4 minutes to play, Ronan Dutton finds his line-out jumper. Enable Mokoena. But disrupt it, but give away a knock-on in the process. Abel Mokoena going up really well in the line-out.
Seems he may just have hurt himself in that collision in the air there. Trying to win the line-out ball for his team.
What we can say about both these teams, though, is that they are clearly coached exceptionally well. I mean, at ruck time, their recycling of the ball is excellent. Everybody seems to know where to go, in which play. Two well-coached teams that I think, you know, at the moment it's just, you know, a chess game about trying to get into the right positions of the field and just convert that territory and that possession into points.
Yeah, Luke Jacobs is the coach of this Bishop side. He's a fantastic rugby player himself. Plays club level for Falseway Rugby Club in Constantia, and as a fly-off, one would expect him to know how to get his team around the park.
Luke Jacobs, one of the stalwarts Unfortunately, we just have to reset that scrum. And of course, Luke Jacobs not here today. Yeah, we at such short notice of everything being back on, he booked a trip to the Tsitsikamma forest to do a 3-day hike. So they might be missing, the Bosch boys might be missing their coach here today. But
I'll have to have a word with him about that, Nick.
you think you should have called up?
Can't miss his team's performance.
If he's watching, I'm sure he's watching somewhere in the mountains on Super Sport Schools.
I have no doubt my phone will be beeping at some point.
Ollie Nicklin wants to get this game underway. Jack Ryan, thirsty, hungry for some ball out wide. As Ollie Nicklin gets it out. Jacko. Lanfear with a big pass out wide to Sharik Davids, who's already scored one try. Looking for his second, but wonderful work from Rondebosch. Just when Bishops were looking dangerous, that's what you need from your standout players.
Got to commend that pass, Nick, on the left hand over the top.
It was a bomb, wasn't it?
We see some professionals unable to do that, so fantastic to see at schoolboy level on the left hand able to throw such big winding passes into a winger's hands, coming at pace.
They call him Storm Lanfear, the name Storm. He gave a storm of a pass. Big pass. Morgs thinks that.
Not one of your best,
Not
Nick.
one of my best.
Not one of your best.
I'll forget about that one. Good take, and they finally win themselves some line-up ball. And they get a good driving ball going. Bosch doing exceptionally well. Swanefelder decides no, it needs to come out now to Orgvani. Decides to go to the opposite way. Good work from Rondebosch though. But a little knock on and just a few unforced errors creeping into the game at the moment.
As the referee seems to have blown for half-time there, Nick.
That's right, at half-time here, a chess of a game we've got underway here at the Piley Rees. As you see, a little knock-on coming on. And I think it was G-Wagon, Jermaine Lawandi, who put in the big hit, or Abel Mokwena, actually, who put in the big hit to force it. And here at the Piley Rees, we have Bishops, second team, 10 points up against the Rondebosch, the second team, who only have 3. We'll see you back here in a few minutes for the second half.
Prepare for that combat. The end is where it begins. Have everything in that game that you win back. Brace for the impact.
And we are back here at the Piley Rees, where two teams are evenly matched up. Only 7 points between them, Bishops and Rondebosch. Morgan, very, very tight game here on the Piley Rees.
Yeah, Nick, 100% hit the nail on the head, you know. Battle of two very similar styles of rugby currently underway. Yes, fantastic take there by Rondebosch. Strong carry.
And I think definitely James Janssen van Rensburg and Matthew Grobler would be saying a few words to the boys. And the intent is definitely there as Swanepoel calls his troops to play same side, but a massive hit by the G-Wagon Luande. Thanks once again. Oh, big hits coming in from Sharik Davids. Swanepoel there. Giving to Loris Lorimer. A strong player and a stalwart in this team. An infringement coming from the Bishops guys, a little bit too over-eager there. And I think Rondebosch would really have liked that penalty to go their way right now.
Yeah, no need for Rondebosch to for Bishops to have conceded that penalty there, you know. I think the defense has stood tall and defended really, really well. So no reason to concede silly penalties at the breakdown. Rather let Rondebosch have the ball, come at them. And defensively, they've shown they're able to tackle for long periods of time without conceding too much.
They can, of course, because it has been an intense start to this game. The first half was a real battle of the defenses, and only that one try coming from Bishops.
Yeah, a moment of brilliance there from Sharik Davids, the kick through, and then just too much pace.
As Finley Shellhorn finds his line-out jumper. They've probably sorted out their line-out, and they've got a good driving maul going here. Screaming, Swanepoel is screaming to his forwards to get it out here. And it's Ogavani who decides he wants to have a little show and go. Loris Lorimer makes the pass, but unfortunately not gathered. But it's Jack O'Ryan that decides he wants the ball. Ollie Nicklin decides to go left to Lanfear, who's also had a good game so far. And we'll come back for that knock-on. No advantage occurring. And this is a good position for Bishops to be in right now. Middle of the field. Morgan, do you think maybe a good little raking kick into the corners, try and get some pressure on the Rondebosch boys?
Well, you know, defensively for Rondebosch is a very difficult part of the field because they're not sure whether the winger is going to be up or whether the winger drops back and waits for the kick. So it'll be interesting to see whether Bishops can do a little bit of an 8-9, bring the left wing up of Rondebosch, and as the left wing comes up, then they can put the kick in behind. So it'll be interesting to see what Bishops decide to do with this possession.
Big scrum coming in from Bishops.
It seems right now Rondebosch are defending with the left and the right wing up, putting the fullback under a fair amount of pressure in terms of the kicking behind.
Lots of space out the back there. You think that Jack O'Ryan will be licking his lips at all that territory that he can win.
Yeah, all the grass he's able to find.
Very bovine, all that grass.
Oh, Nick, I won't comment on
on my chirps.
Your chirps.
As Ollie Nicklin puts it again. Big scrum from Bishops once again. Jack O'Ryan, the dummy, decides to go by himself. Penis coming in from Abel McQuena. Squillo's Ruiz takes it up. Ollie Nicklin. But a high tackle coming from the Bosch boys a little bit earlier. And Ollie Nicklin will definitely look to go for toucher. Find some good territory. Now, it's actually Storm Lanfear. Probably has a bigger boot. Make sure of his touch.
Isn't that just the worst when you grab the ball, about to kick into touch, and everyone, your teammates, tell you, make sure.
Make sure. I've never been there. I was never allowed to. I could never make sure. I've never felt that. Ronan Dutton looking to find his line-out jumpers again. Sean Craig, the tall man at the front of the line-out, takes it exceptionally well. Straight into Jack Orion. Decide to go a little bit wider. Landfair with a good pass. And it's Connor Todd with a little chip through. Rondebosch just need to get numbers back on the ball here. And Bishops off their feet. In a promising position. They just really needed to just make no mistakes. And they would have put so much pressure on Rondebosch.
Yeah, they did so well, you know, taking the ball at least 15, 20 meters up the field in the wide channel. Hold on to the ball, build some pressure inside the half of Rondebosch and convert that pressure into points. But unfortunately conceding the penalty, and now Rondebosch being able to relieve their pressure.
And Ogavani with not much space, the sniper pinpoints his kick. It's a good touch finder. A real talent is Max Ogavani. I think it's the third team prop who comes onto the field. Adam Campbell, who's throwing into the line out now. Great throw and jump. But Bishops with a counter shove. Swanee Swanepoel still gets the ball out. Wonderful work again from Ogavani with a great pass. Big take up from the Bishops boys once again. Loris Lorimer doing wonderful work, but unfortunately just going forward again. And all the rhythm broken once again.
Yeah, I thought that's a nice play going up the blind side there, you know, just trying to probe up the blind side instead of just coming around the corner every single time. But unfortunately, just individual error again, causing the breakdown.
And the Rondebosch seconds, you know, at 12 we have Albertus van der Merwe. You know, he's fourth generation Rondebosch boy, and his great-grandfather's a Springbok. His dad Johan played for Province, and his grandfather played for Boland. So a big rugby family does Bertie van der Merwe have. Ollie Nicklin, bit of a wayward pass, but well collected from Jack Orion. Another massive pass to Sharik Davids, and why wouldn't you? He's got pace, and he does exceptionally well. With a kick coming through from Mikey Richardson. And unfortunately, just a slight knock-on. But things could have been happening for Mikey Richardson. How's your mother? How's your dad doing?
Yeah,
Everything
same
okay?
old.
Everything okay? Good play from Sharik Davids.
And if it had not been COVID, they'd probably all end up at the same house party tonight, Nick.
Oh man, jeez, imagine.
But obviously with COVID, you know, we no house parties happening, right?
No house parties. I never went to house parties anyway. I was never invited.
Oh no, I love them, Nick. I got all part of my fantastic schooling here at this great school.
The referee is Kwesi, an old Dale College boy. Just saw now, what a legend.
Yeah, I know Kwesi from club rugby scene, and he's managed this game really well, I thought. You know, he's got a very calming nature about him. Doesn't get too flustered. Communicates well with both sides. And he's managed this opening 44 minutes extremely well.
He has done an excellent job here in this titanic battle between the Bishop seconds and the Rondebosch seconds. Not much in it. Rondebosch under a bit of pressure here in the second half. Bishops wanting to sniff out for that second second try that they really, really need to just pull away from this Rondebosch team, because anything could happen in the last 15.
Yeah, with one score in it, it's still anyone's game at 10-3. So next team to score, vitally important.
Rondebosch giving him a nice, steady scrum. Brilliant scrum from the Bosch boys. Oh, huge by Bertie van der Merwe. That thoroughbred rugby blood coming through nicely. As Sniper Ogavani smashes it down. Sharik Davids gives it to Mikey Richardson with a big bomb pass to Z Jotlo. Oh, and a wonderful offload once again to Connor Todd, the man they call Toddy. Ollie Nicklin gives it straight out to Togberg.
Ball's going to come quick now, Nick. There's plenty of space out wide.
Lots of space out wide. Oh, but unfortunately, it's a slight knock-on from the G-Wagon. Not a great pass, but I think he would really be wanting to have taken that. And I think that's what's stopping this game at the moment. Just 1 or 2 unforced errors. Lots of space out wide, as you pointed. But we just couldn't get it out there.
Yeah, individual errors creeping in there. We see a fantastic up the left-hand touchline. Steps, offloads in the tackle. And then there was space on the opposite end of the field, but the error, the knock-on, creeps in.
Okay, we need somebody to spark this game alive. Sonny Sonnefelder has had an excellent game. Can it be him that can get his troops together and get on the right side of the field? Just 1 try score, 1 converted try in it. Laurie's a little bit untidy. Swanee tidying it up again. And we'll come back for a penalty. Kwesi says, hey man, you can't pull the guy back.
I saw that.
Naughty. A little bit of a pro foul, as we see it here. And I think it was, yes, just elbowing out of the way, pulling him back. A bit of obstruction.
Yeah.
And Ollie Nicklin says, hey, let's get with
2 points in
two
it.
points,
2 scores.
two scores out of reach of the Rondebosch boys. It's so tight, and this is the one you want to win. So let's just put some pressure on the Rondebosch boys, make sure they're the ones chasing the game. And Ollie hasn't missed one today. He's really struck them superbly well. And he does it once again. Oh, a really good strike once again, and it's Bishops that go 13 points to 3 up against this Rondebosch team. Everything to play for still. But we must remember now that Rondebosch need to score twice. And there's only 12 minutes to play.
As you see a couple of parents pulling up outside the school grounds, standing in their vehicles, trying to get a glimpse of the action. Unfortunately, no spectators allowed inside the ground this morning, of course.
I mean, we are truly blessed to be ourselves. But very
Best seats in the house, Nick. Best seats in the house.
As we say, Jotba again. He's had a good game, a solid game. Ollie Nicklin to Jacko. Jacko Ryan with a big kick. Not out. Mikey Richardson with a good tackle. The Bosch recycle well. What can Swanee and the Bosch boys do? Penalty goes towards the Rondebosch boys. Bishop's starting to give away a lot of penalties, yeah?
Yeah, easy yards for Rondebosch to make their way up the field with all the penalties that Bishops are conceding. And now Rondebosch finding themselves on the 22 of the Bishops in the Bishops half with a great attacking lineout.
We've got Adam Campbell on. He was really good in the 13 game. And we'll see him here again, throwing to his line-out jumpers. Mark Mansfield and Richard Oliver. They need to get up. Need to secure. And they do at the back of the line out. Wonderful work from Rondebosch. Now is the time to put some points on the board. Swanee gives it to Bertie again, once again. Strong runner. Edwin Mokoena with the defense. Beautiful run on the right-hand side, but ball just not going to hand. And so close. So close from the Bosch boys. Alex Orima has had a good game. Things just aren't really clicking into place for these Rondebosch boys, aren't they? The last pass.
Yeah, it's always that last pass, which unfortunately just doesn't go to hand, gets knocked on, simple error that sneaks in. So, again, massive nerves, massive cobwebs. The youngsters haven't had an opportunity to play full contact rugby in a long period of time. And difficult, but nonetheless, I think we've still seen some patches of really, really good, intense, quality rugby.
You see a big scrum coming from the Rondebosch boys. Lanfear takes it up. I remember watching him in the beginning of the year. He was brilliant. But Rondebosch, just what they needed right now. The turnover. And it's the little man, Swanee Swanevelder, stands up and says, okay, let's take it to them now. He decides to take it quickly. Brilliant work. Found a little bit of space on the outside. And we have numbers out wide. Brandon Jones. But it's the big man. The big guy. Adam Campbell, who comes on as the replacement and puts Rondebosch back into this game. Wonderful work from the big guy. He's had such a wonderful game for the thirds, and now look at him standing up for the seconds too. Rondebosch right back in it.
Never easy for a young man to lift himself after having played a full 60 minutes for the thirds, but there you see him. Gets the pass, shows the step, shows and goes, drives for the try line. No one stopping the big man that close to the try line. Leans out, puts the one hand over the try line.
Look how much work he had to do,
points.
So much work.
Seeing a prop show and go, Nick. Step off the left, hand off with the right.
Yeah, Storm Lanfear down injured. Easy as anything. The sniper shoots another 2 points, and it's only 3 points in it. We're in for a final 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes of this game. And this is exactly what we expect from Rondebosch. We saw them in their last game before the close of play for COVID restrictions again. They put a massive effort in against the Paul boys. A never give up attitude from these guys. James Janssen van Rensburg must be so proud of them.
We're in for a really exciting last, what's that, 7 minutes, Nick? 13-10.
And this one will live with you forever, wherever you go. Swanee Swanevelder did brilliantly well. Cleaning out again. Oh, look at that. Look at him going. Cleans out like he was a number 7. Good work again from Michael Strunner. Swanevelder to Ogavani. Big deep kick. Abel Mokoena takes it up. Gives a good little step. Has a slip. Sharik Davids. Wonderful work. Big little good step from the Bosch boys. And it's still infield. Frantic play from the Bishops boys. Straight to Jack Orion. Out to Lanfear. Difficult pass, but he's up to the take. With the Bosch boys all off sides. As he says, a little bit too early. Morgan, this game's really come alive here in the last 10 minutes.
You asked for it, Nick. You said you wanted the spark, and then without a doubt, the spark must have been that substitution. But now, game's really picked up in intensity. Some fantastic rugby from both sides. And Bishops coaches from the side saying calm. They've just got to get calm.
It's exactly where you want in our play. If you're a Bishops player and coach, you want to be as far downfield into the Rondebosch half as possible. And the Bosch boys just need to get some possession. Ronan Dutton. Probably going to find the Craig man. Sean Craig, no. They decide to go to Abel Mokwena. A bit untidy, but they do get it. Go Ryan to Lanfear. Good defense from Bosch boys. Good Lanfear up to task to recycle that ball. Wonderful counter-rucking. This is what they need. Rondebosch really need to throw all the bodies in. Ollie Nicklin, a little kick over the top. And we'll come back for a penalty. Bit of a high tackle. Looked like he ducked under the tackle. It's still a bit dangerous. And it's all to play for now, Morgan.
Ooh, we'll see where this kick ends up, Nick, but it's a massive one from Orgovano. The sniper puts it deep into the Bishops 22. And this is a really, really important line out that needs to be taken.
And if we've seen anything, Adam Campbell has stepped up. He's hit his line-out jumpers. He's had a moment of brilliance to go over and put his team back in this game. Can Rondebosch secure this ball, set up a few phases and make some magic happen? Decide to go to the back, pushing it a little bit skew again.
The commentator's curse, Nick.
I
Unfortunately,
must shut my big trap.
going full ball, middle of the line out, and deemed to be skew.
2 minutes to play, and Bishops need to get out of their danger territory. The last few scrums have been solid from both teams. Well, G-Wagon Rwandi will want to put a lot of pressure, and he does. But unfortunately, a little bit illegally and going in off the bind. Crazy, you're right there to spot the infringement. That's what you wanted, didn't you, as a Bishops man?
I remain neutral as a commentator, Nick.
Sure you do. millions wouldn't, but you'd stay. Storm Lanfear with the kick.
Doesn't find touch. Ooh, just does find touch on the halfway line.
Commentator's curse. Rondebosch needs to find something now. They need to dig deep, make that turnover. Just as Swanefelder did a few minutes ago when they scored that try. But Ronan Dutton needs to find his line-out jumpers. And he does to Abel Mokwena, but it's a bit untidy. A short arm. It's going the way of Bishops. And rightly so, they slow it down. They're going to take the scrum.
Rondebosch scrum has been strong. Interesting call.
Bishops did win the last scrum penalty. I think they have confidence. Bishops just want to close this off. 45 seconds to play, Morgan. Then get this ball, set up a few phases. Big scrum coming in from Juju Jermaine Luande.
Oh.
At a scrum penalty once again. They decided to take it quick from Abel Mokwena. Straight to Jack Orion. They got some space. Connor Todd. Good work. And it's the danger man, Sharik Davids. Outstanding game from him today. Ollie Nicklin wanting to recycle this ball. Jack Ryan with a kick forward. Jotlo misses his man, and Rondebosch finally gets some possession. They need to hold on to this ball now, hold on to possession. Alex Lorimer has had a good game too for the Bosch boys. They decide to just kick it downfield. Connor Todd regains wonderfully well. Sharik with a switch to the inside. This could be dangerous here for Bishops. Lanfear cleans up. Ollie Nicklin decides, okay, let's give it Sean Craig. A great pick and go from Squillows Ruiz. He saw the gap. And the G-Wagon Luandu decides, okay, I'll take it up next.
Then you had space out wide if Bishops can get it there.
Lots of space to Jacko. Lanfear decides to go himself, holds on to it a bit. Jotlo on the outside is screaming for the ball. Ronan Dutton ties it up again, but it's a penalty to Bosch. With time up on the clock, you think, why didn't Bishop kick it out? They decide to go for the quick tap, and they're not 10. Bishop decided. Bosch will be going. Swanee Swanefeld once again will come back for not retreating 10. And it's all to play for now. It's the tap and go.
They've got to play the length of the field though, Nick.
Sniper decides, no, let's get the territory. What an end to a game we have here for you, the second team. It has been a chess match. A titanic battle between these two teams. And you can see how much it means to them too. This is the one they want to win. This is the one they probably walk past the boys, the opposition, at the shops and say, hey, yeah. Adam Campbell finds his lineup jump pretty well. And Sniper Ogavani decides he wants to guard wide. Remember, this is the last play. They need to recycle this ball. They need to hold on to this ball. And good, great forward ball. James Janssen van Rensburg will be looking to make sure that everything he's taught goes into these boys now in the last play of the game. 3 points in it. Rondebosch in possession. Bishop defending.
Last play. Max, last play. Max, last play.
And it's Sniper Ogavani once again. Stranov gives it to his partner. And the cleaners are coming in. And it's the Sniper trying to find the smallest of gaps through the Bishop's defense. Big, big hit coming in again from Bishops.
Oh, he got put on the boot.
Swanefelder who decides, no, he wants to give it a go. And it's kicked into touch finally. And the spoils of this titanic battle go to Bishops. What an outstanding game. And look how much it means to the boys. It means so much, Morgan. Hey, how's your mom? Everything all right?
Yeah, game's over. 60 minutes is now concluded. Fantastic game of rugby. I thought both sides came alive in the last 10 minutes and really tried to put a couple of good scores on. But I think in the end, Bishop's probably full value for their 13-10. victory in the second team game.
Wonderful value and a titanic battle here. Bishops overcoming their fiercest rivals, 13 points to 10 here on the Piley Rees. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the first team game coming up soon. The super quick Premier Interschools, brought to you by our insurance here on Super Sports Schools. It's a humdinger, a bit cold, but geez, you warm up your hearts here with this beautiful game of rugby. Thank you.
Prepare for that combat. The end is where it begins. Everything in that game that you win. Back, brace for the impact.